As part of today's session, I will cover variables and data types in Python. Okay. Variable is a name used to store data in memory. So variable is uh, just a storage. You can say some memory which is allocated to store some data. Otherwise, uh, in real time, right? We will be storing some data, and later we will use that data for analysis, right? Or do some manipulations in programs. So variable is used to store some data in so it holds the data, and data type specifies the kind of value stored in variable. Okay. So memory is allocated and value is stored. So what type of data that variable should store, that is indicated by data type, and actual data is uh, variable holds. Okay. So let me explain with example. X equal to 10. This is how we assign value to variable. So I'm assigning 10 to x. X is variable and 10 is value which x will hold. So memory will be allocated, and we call it as x. As a programmer, we will see x is a one variable, but in backend, memory will be allocated, and that is only specific to this variable. And what kind of data x should hold, that that is known as data type. Means here x holds 10. 10 is integer type. So integer is data type of variable x. Okay. So variable which is actually stores the data, and data type specifies what kind of data variable holds. Okay. And in this example, yeah, 10 is assigned to x. So x is of type integer. And how to check data type of particular variable? Python provides one method, that is type. You and provide a variable. This is x is a variable. So if you provide a variable as a parameter, then it this type method returns data type of particular variable. Okay. So there are multiple types of data types, so we'll see one by one. Okay. So first data type is integer. Integer, in what it represents, integer represents whole number. Okay. Whole number means it will not have decimals, only whole number. So that type of data is called that type of data type is called integer type integer. Okay. So if in next data type is float. So float holds data in it is also, it represents decimal numbers. Means you can see this example 3.14, but in case of integer, it will not allow decimals, but float allows decimals. Okay. One more data type is complex, where we can assign complex numbers to variable. Where complex number will be having real part and imaginary part. 2 is real, 3 is imaginary. So this is complex number, and we can assign complex number to variable in like this: x equal to 2 plus 3j. Next data type is string. So string represents sequence of characters. Means it holds it represents text value. Okay. And last data type is boolean. it represents a logical value like true or false. Okay, so I will explain each data types, and I will assign a respective data types value to variable, and uh, we'll see type check also, whether what is the data type of particular variable. Okay, so so let me start with integer type of data type. Okay, so integer means it hold integer type of variable holds numeric values. Okay, no, not whole number. No, it holds whole number means it will not be having any decimals. So 10, if I assign 10 to 10, means 10 is a value, a is a variable. Okay, so 10 is assigned to a. So in case of other languages, we have to declare the data types like integer, what type of value a should hold. But in case of Python, we need not to declare any data type while declaring the variable. Okay, we can directly assign the value, and Python will auto detect what is the data type, and using type method we can print also what data type a belongs to. Okay, so a's value is 10, a's data type is integer int. Okay, so I use a type method to print the data type. So let me execute this and see what result I will get. Okay, yeah, so the value of a is 10. Okay, and data type of a is integer. So using type method we can it will return data type of particular variable. So this is about integer. So if you provide decimals, then a will be having uh, float values. Okay, means if you this type method will return float data type, because a is having float value. So if I provide 10.8. Okay, so in case of decimals, the data type of a is float. So let me run and see what result I will get. Value of a is 10.8 and data type of variable is float. Okay, so int float is covered. Next is complex number. Complex number is having this is real part 10 and imaginary part 10 5j. Okay, so let me save this and run. Okay, so value of a is 10 plus 5j, and type data type of variable is complex. Okay, so this is how Python auto detects the variable. Okay, so next data type is string. Okay, so string value will be sequence of characters or text data. You have to provide it in double quotes. Okay, so I will just type Python, and it's a data type. So a is of type string now. Yeah, string, and its value is Python. Okay, so if I want to it is a sequence of characters, right? So if you see this example, a is having string of Python, right? So each it is sequence of characters. So I can print if I want only first three characters, then I can uh, a- achieve this by providing square brackets, and you can give 0 to 3. Okay, so first three characters will of mm, a variable will be printed. So this is how you can uh, get the substring also. So Python provides this feature. Okay, pyt value, I got it as pyt because I 0 means starting index. Starting index is 0. Index starts with 0. So 0 to 3. Uh, so first three characters I got. So like this you can get substring also. If you are not giving any values in square bracket, then whole yeah, value, whole string value of a will be printed. Okay. Next data type is boolean. Boolean holds data in true or false. Okay. So I if I provide true, and here I have to just print a, and type will be boolean. So type method will return boolean. Yeah, the value is true, and data type value is boolean. You can provide false also. So these are the data types of variables. Okay. So next topic is typecasting. uh, Typecasting means you can convert one data type to another data type. Okay. So there are two types of typecasting. The first one is implicit typecasting, another one is explicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting means Python automatically converts smaller data type to larger data type. Why this is necessary? Why Python converts is to avoid data loss. So if you see this example carefully, I am adding two numbers. I am assigning int type of data to A, and float type of data to B. But if you add these two, 10 and 5.5, the result is 15.5. So if Python is not automatically converting, so if I am assigning sum to R variable, right? So R variable, if it is of higher data type, so if you compare int and float, float is float holds more value than int. Means float is higher than int. So Python converts lower data type to higher data type, and it stores the result in and the resultant variable will be compared to int and float, which is highest, float is highest. So R will be of type float. Why Python automatically converts R to float is because to avoid data loss. So if it is not converting, if it remain as int only, then integer will not allow uh, decimals. Then instead of 15.5, we will be getting the result as 15 only. So I lost some data here. Zero point 0.5 I lost. So to avoid data loss, Python automatically converts smaller data type to larger data type. Okay. This is implicit uh, or automatic typecasting. Okay. So next typecasting is explicit typecasting, where you programmer explicitly converts one data type to another data type using built-in functions. Okay. So this one Python will not convert. Your programmer will instruct Python to convert it from one data type to another data type. So, for example, if you carefully see this example, I am assigning 10 to A. 10 A is of type integer, and if I simply print, simply assign A to R and print, it will print 10. But I am converting it into float. So you have built-in functions are so which data type you want to convert, you have to provide uh, that data type in bracket, you have to provide the variable, so it converts the value in this variable to uh, the instructed data type. Means programmer explicitly mentioned convert value in a to float. So instead of 10, I will get 20 now, because float float is inbuilt method, Python inbuilt method, which whatever data present in A, it will convert to float and it will be stored in R. So R will be having value of 10.0. Okay. So let me explain typecasting with examples, with practical example. So to save time, I have written the this program. So first, I will comment out explicit typecasting example. If you type three double quotes, then you can comment out multiple lines in Python. Okay. So whatever I highlighted, this is related to implicit typecasting, where Python will automatically convert one to higher data type, right? So here I am assigning A with 10 value, B with the 5.5 value. So if I add these two, sum will be of type float, because compared to integer and float is higher data type. So Python will automatically converts sum to float, and if I print sum will be 15.5, and its type will be float. Okay, so let me execute. Okay, so sum is 15.5, and type is float. Okay, so this float Python automatically converted. Okay, so let me comment out this implicit. Okay, so in case of explicit typecasting example, I am assigning 10 to A, and I am converting A to float type. 10 is integer type, I am converting it into float type by built-in function float. And the R variable now will hold a float type of data. Okay, so if I print this, instead of 10, I will get the value of variable A is 10 only, but value of variable B will be 10.0, because I am converting R to float. And here in line number 20, I am printing type of R, so it should print float. Okay, let me save and run this. Okay, the value of variable A is 10. Here variable is 10. Data type of R variable is float. Okay, so this is how we can convert one data type to another data type. um, in this session I covered variables, data types, typecasting. um, that's it from today's session. Thank you all. Bye.